Hi, 皆さん、こんにちは。Hello everyone, que dice mi gente? Welcome to my new episode of ラミちゃんのプロ野球分析ニュースです。Today is going to be very interesting because I'm going to be talking about teams that are very, very hot right now, but also teams that are very, very cold right now. I'm going to be talking about players that are hot, and I'm going to be talking about players that are very, very cold right now as well. So, based on my analysis and my predictions, stay tuned because there is more to come. So, before I go there, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell. 3, 2, 1, Yorokonde gets! Now, I'm going to be talking about one of the hottest teams in all Japanese baseball. Chiba Lotte Marines are doing amazing. Chiba Lotte Marines right now, at this point, they're in the first place, 2 games above the Oris Buffaloes. And it took him a long time to get to that point, but lately Chiba Lotte Marines have been playing great baseball. And when you look at his numbers as the entire team, they're winning the Triple Crown. They're hitting 252 with 104 home runs, 487 runs batted in, which is number 1 in all Japanese baseball. On top of that, they got 93 stolen bases. When you have a team that can steal bases like that, it gives the manager a better understanding on how to use his technique. All right, so I think that if Chiba Lotte Marines continue playing like this, there is no way they cannot win the championship. They're doing outstanding. Now, Bogyuritsu is 3.81. That's a little concern because it shows that per game, they're giving up at least 3 runs, almost 4 runs per game. So that is a little bit of concern. Other than that, everything is fine. They got a tremendous team, and they're scoring a lot of runs, most in all Japanese baseball. So now, when you talk about that and compare it to Oryx Buffaloes have almost the same numbers as Chiba Lotte Marines. But the only thing about Oryx Buffaloes right now, what is missing in Oryx is Yoshida. Yoshida is a leader in the team. He's one of the best hitters in all Japanese baseball. And not having him in the lineup is a huge drop. So they got Sugimoto. Sugimoto have done a tremendous job until this point. I mean, he's batting .312, 25 home runs, 69 RBIs, and he's the only one in the lineup right now that is carrying the team. And who's you gonna use as a samban? Who's just gonna use as a go-ban to protect Sugimoto? I mean, you know, the players that you have, you're using Adachi as a samban, you're using T. Okada, and but they're good players and they're producing, but they're not producing enough. It's not going to take too long until the opposite teams start not pitching Sugimoto and then pitching to the rest of the guys. And that is one of the reasons why Oryx is down this month. I mean, they lost 6 games already in this month. So that is the only concern that I have right now for Oryx. The pitching staff is one of the best pitching staff in the whole league, and we all know that. Everybody knows that. But you need to hit. Other than that, if you don't hit, you're not going to be able to produce runs. You're not going to be able to win games. Yamamoto, ace in all Japanese baseball. He's 13-5 with 1.54 ERA. Amazing. But when you look at the numbers, this team should be in the first place. Should stay in the first place. On top of that, they have the rookie player Miyagi, who's having a tremendous season as well, 11-1 with 2.13 ERA. So 2 top pitchers in all Japanese baseball, basically. But the team just kind of dropped down to the second place at 2 games. And now who knows? Because Rakuten is coming up, and then also SoftBank is coming up. Now, Oryx, at home, they're playing tremendously. They're doing a really good job. I mean, they're 27-15 at home. But when they are playing on the road, they're 25-29. And for the next 3 games, Oryx will be playing against the Rakuten in Sendai. So Rakuten at home, they're playing a little bit below 500, but it's still playing very, very good baseball. So if Rakuten can take 2 out of 3 against Oryx and Sendai, that is not looking too good for Oryx Buffaloes. So Oryx Buffaloes have to be able to put it together. And the key point here is they need to hit a little bit more to be able to stay consistent, because the pitching staff is doing a tremendous job. Now, on the other hand, we're talking about Rakuten. And Rakuten is, when you look at the numbers, entire team, all the numbers is just below average. Below average. So Rakuten they need to change. Many things need to change. But of course, once again, they don't have Gaikokujin guys in the lineup. That is kind of hard to just play with all the Nihonjin players and not getting more production from the Gaikokujin players. So that being said, it's going to be tough for Rakuten to be able to stay even in the third place, to compete in the third place. When we look at all these things and then we think about SoftBank has a really, really good chance to move up. So don't underestimate SoftBank. This is a #1 team in all Japanese baseball. They're not going to stay in the 4th place forever. SoftBank will be able to come back. And as we know, they have everything you need to be able to win the championship. On top of that, they have one of the best catchers in the game. SoftBank is capable of winning 6 games in a row. And then if they can do that, SoftBank is going to be maybe in the 2nd place. Who knows, pretty soon. Maybe not this week, but in the following week, SoftBank may be in the 2nd place. And don't underestimate SoftBank. They're not going to stay in the 4th place. So that's based on the analysis and also my predictions. So Chiba Lotte Marines and SoftBank at some point during these 30-something games left, they will be competing 2nd place, the 1st place, based on the analysis and my predictions. Now, Oryx and Rakuten, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place. That's what so far, based on the numbers, what I can see. So what do you think? I want you to write your comment down below. Now, I'm going to be talking about some of the hottest players in all Japanese baseball. Hiroshima Carp, Suzuki Seiya. Unbelievable. This guy hitting .410 at this point this month with 9 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Unbelievable. And he's the reason why Hiroshima Carp has been doing a lot better. Hiroshima Carp does not want to finish in the last place. I tell you that. And of course, nobody want to finish in the last place. But they're showing that they don't want to finish there. They're giving their best and they're coming up. So that's a dangerous team. So now, Yokohama DeNA Beis Stars, Austin. Austin has been one of the most consistent Gaikokujin guys in all Japanese baseball. He'll probably be the best Gaikokujin guys in Japanese baseball right now. When you look at Austin's numbers, if Austin can play a full season, Austin can put over 330 with maybe 40, 50 home runs and over 100 RBIs. Austin he's legit. This guy is one of the best players I ever seen before, and of course I had the opportunity to manage him, and he's a great player. He's a great player. Austin is the new Gaikokujin generation of great players. So look out for Austin, and at the end of the season, you're gonna see what kind of numbers this guy is gonna put. It's kind of hard for me not to predict Austin to win the batting title and hit over 35 home runs this year, because that's what he's showing. And we got 30 plus games left. There is no reason for Austin not to be able to do that. He's a very smart hitter, and he has a very, very good bat control. One of the best hitters I ever seen before. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to talk about Hanshin Tigers. Hanshin Tigers, they cool off a little bit and then they back up. Now they're still in the 1st place. They're doing really good right now. And Oyama is one of the reasons why. Oyama right now, I mean, he's hitting really, really good. He hitting, close to 400 with 2 home runs, 8 RBI. He's bringing the team back. Of course, Hanshin Tiger has 94 stolen bases. That's number 1 in Japan, and these guys can run. And that gives the manager a good chance for him to use a good strategy. Now, the Hanshin Tigers, I can see the Hanshin Tigers staying there. Once Sams and Martez start hitting better, the team is going to produce better. Because they need these two Gaikokujin guys in the middle of the lineup. They need to produce for the team to be able to, get the momentum back. Now, I'm going to talk about Tokyo Giants Maru. Now, when you talk about Maru being the number 1 Choshi Warui player right now, it's too much to think, because Maru is one of the best hitters in all Japanese baseball. But so far, Maru has been going 2 for 30, 2 for 31 at this point, hitting way below 100 with 1 home run. That you don't really see. Why is Maru doing that? Now, one thing that comes to my mind, and I have been watching Maru a lot, is that Maru is not seeing the ball. He's just swinging with no purpose. He's not thinking what he's trying to do. He has no plan in home plate. And he's not seeing the ball. And one of the things that I always did, and I always advise my players to do when you're in that situation, is just take one bound in batting practice. Front to bound, 1 bound. And just try to hit the ball, stay on top of the ball, and just hit the ball. Try to make contact. So that is one way of coming off that big slump. From an everyday player to be a Daida, that is not Maru at all. Maru have to be in the lineup. Maru have to be Niban or Samban with the Tokyo Giants, for the Tokyo Giants to be able to take off and take it to the first place. Other than that, it's going to be hard for the Tokyo Giants to take the lead. So, Maru, if you're watching, 1 bound, that can be something that can help you as well. All right, so for now, these games are going to be very, very exciting games because we're getting so close. We're only 30-something games left, and from the first place, Central League, from the first place to the 3rd place, are very close. But also from the 4th place to the 6th place, they're very close. They're also big battling right there. And the Pacific League, from the 1st place to the 4th place, you don't know what's going to happen. So it's very exciting, every single day. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. And if you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell. 3, 2, 1, Yorokonde! Get!